Hey world, Monte Coleman. It's been a while since I did one of these Cerberus videos, Cerberus Combat Systems. Today I want to talk to you about the nature of training. I've done videos about this before, but I wanted to revisit it today. There is a difference between what you see in the UFC, what you may see in a martial arts studio, what you may see in movies, and what actual real life, hand-to-hand, life or death combat is. Some of the distinct differences is one, there is something called mindset training. In order to successfully use any type of violence to subdue violence, meaning when you say self-defense or martial arts, you're talking about meeting violence with violence. Even an art like Aikido uses pain as its motivator to bring a hostile situation to a halt, which means it's a more passive form of violence, but violence nevertheless. So when you use violence versus violence, you must have the mindset of a predator, meaning that in order for you to dominate a person in any combat situation, you must consider yourself the wolf and them the sheep. If you enter a mental state where you're fighting from a sheep's perspective, you will not be able to push forth enough mental energy to win the altercation. Meaning, if you can't get angry and throw down, when I say angry, I don't mean angry out of control, but you can't go to a dark, vicious place and attack, self-defense will not work. I'm going to say it today, and you get people coming here from the weird arts, talking about no, passive, no. Unless you have the ability to become aggressive with another human being, any self-defense technique you learn will fail you. But that's why when you take a good course in self-defense, your instructor should deal with your mentality. He should drill in your head that in order to survive, you must fight. So in your mind, when you attack, you know that fighting is the only way you're going to live, so you're going to fight with vehemence. This is what's called the fight, flight, or freeze thought pattern. That's a video for a different time. So the difference between we learn self-defense. Self-defense, one, should work on mental training first. Mental dexterity, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, de-escalation, redirection, and at all costs, if it comes down to it, violent action. Mentality of violent action, dominating predator thinking. Once you get past that, physically, martial arts is just that, an art. The movements are created to help your health, to give you fluidity, to increase joint longevity, and to make you just an overall better person. Relaxation, it's all blended into the martial arts. Does that mean you can't fight with them? No, but that means it's fighting the focus? No, it is not. If you're taking a martial art, I promise you, fighting is not the focus. Next one, so we still escape category of this physical thing, the difference. UFC fighting or sport martial arts is rule-based, and what happens is it does teach you how to cause physical damage, but in a limited scope and in a controlled environment. Self-defense or hand-to-hand combat for life and survival is neither. So traditional martial arts is more focused on health and well-being. Stuff like MMA, sport jiu-jitsu, or judo is more designed to be able to do it in a way where you don't really hurt the person that's your competitor, because it's a competitive sport type of martial arts. Self-defense or hand-to-hand combat has three physical attributes. One, techniques should be easy to learn. Two, have a high probability of doing maximum damage with minimum effort. And last but not least, expose you to the least amount of risk as far as being reversed or a counterattack successfully subduing you. Meaning, one, they should be easy to learn. Two, they should work. Three, it should put you in an advantageous position. No good self-defense technique should ever have you at a point where it's a back and forth. Like you see in the movies, you know, you got two match fighting, and they fight through the village, and they break the windows, and he get his head busted into the window, the other guy gets pushed through the wall, and he gets up. That is for entertainment. A real life self-defense situation should last less than 30 seconds. And if you're trained properly and you know your technique, it should really end as fast as it starts. That's a whole nother video about, what are the components to make that successfully happen. So, quick recap of this part of what I'm talking about in this video. Traditional martial arts is about life, longevity, and the pursuit of happiness and all that good stuff, which is great. And still has some fighting in it, and you still are able to fight to a certain level. Sports martial arts is limited because it's about a sport. And real self-defense should be easy to learn, very effective, and give very little chance for counters. Thank you.